alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Dominic Lawton can be wild. Welcome to the Bad Movie Cult.
And we're back. Welcome everybody to the Bad Movie Cult podcast.
Hello, indeed. Hello, hello.
This week we are covering a classic from this man right here, Dominic Lawton, this man's childhood.
Yeah, I can't believe that you give other people shit for like recommending stuff to us, and then this is what you bring.
What's wrong with this?
I'm not even sure I've ever heard of this film until you told me about it. Jesus Christ.
Well, buckle up everybody. We're heading off into deep space for some fight to the deaths, for some loving, for some rat-faced fucks. It's the 1989 Peter Manoogian film.
Yes.
Arena.
On the edge of our galaxy, there is a battleground where alien warriors compete for the ultimate prize.
I am champion!
Will a human do battle in the arena? Now where is the challenger?
Where humans have lost.
You ever thought about the arena, Steve?
It ain't gonna work. This guy's a human.
What it takes to win.
You're talking about arena fighting. It's not for me.
Listen to them, Steve. They're calling for you.
You got speed, you got muscle.
You could go right to the top.
You're going to work for me.
Nobody tells me what to do.
Someone tried to poison him.
Sorry, kid, but I'm afraid your fighting days are over.
He's not gonna get away with this. The fight is between me and Rogor.
You can win this fight.
He won't beat.
Now we kill him.
Arena.
This is a Charles Band film.
Yes. As soon as I saw his name, I thought, oh, good. Yeah. And then I thought it wasn't actually his director. It was an executive producer, wasn't he?
He was, and then his brother, Richard, did the music.
Doesn't he always?
This was also produced by Irwin Yablans,
Yes, I saw that as well, yeah.
producer of the first three Halloween films, alongside Mustafa Akkad. This has an IMDb rating of 5.1 out of 10. Check that out.
That's because no one else has heard of it, have they? People who liked it as a kid have done this.
This is pure
seen
nostalgia,
it recently, yeah.
Yeah. But it's on YouTube, so feel free to check it out. That's where we watched it. You're going to have to, because I don't think anyone would have seen this.
Exactly, yes.
Rotten Tomatoes rating 34%.
Mm-hmm. It's more realistic than IMDb.
Got a plot for you, Ken?
Really?
Yep.
Go on then.
Set in 4038.
Bloody hell.
Paul Satterfield, he's playing Steve Armstrong, and he's the first human in 50 years to compete in the intergalactic boxing sport called simply the Arena.
Wow. That's a good name for it, isn't it? Instead of calling it boxing.
Yeah. Intergalactic boxing.
Honestly, it is. This is intergalactic Rocky. That's what this is. I wrote that down as I was watching. I was like, this is just Rocky. There's bits in it that are Rocky. And they just keep happening.
There's bits in it that are Rocky. There's bits in it that are Star Wars. There's bits
Space
in it that's
Mutiny.
Yeah, that are Space Mutiny.
Yes, yeah. The bad guy is pure Space Mutiny, isn't he? Yeah, I love him.
Got some taglines for you.
Oh, brilliant.
Tonight, championship grudge match, man versus monster.
Wow.
And for 1,000 years, no human has been the champion. He wants to be the first.
That's not true, is it?
It isn't true,
It's
no.
in 50
It's
years.
50 years.
50 years is in the bloody synopsis.
Yeah. What a load of shit.
What a crock of shit.
What? What a crock of shit.
Is this film called Arena of Shit?
I've also got the blurb that was on the back of the VHS tape.
Oh, go for it.
Forget about WrestleMania. Get ready for Monster Mania. When a human fighter takes on a bloodthirsty alien for the Galactic Championship, it's the grudge match of the millennium.
Bloody hell, they're not, it's like underselling it, are they, this?
Far in the future, on a distant space station, the legendary arena is where the best fighters from every planet come to vie for the championship.
Jesus.
But for over half a century, no Earthling has been good enough to be a contender, until out of nowhere comes an underdog, the great human hope, Steve Armstrong.
What a great name for the hero.
He's the best anyone's ever seen.
Me included.
He's been training all his life for a shot at the big time.
Not true.
But now he's up against some mighty big muscle.
Mighty Big Muscle was a film I was in back in the day.
A ruthless extraterrestrial crime lord who'll pull no punches to make sure he stops Steve dead. In the mood for hard-hitting sci-fi action, Arena will knock you out.
Bloody hell.
If you read that on the back of the VHS, you'd be all over that.
Yeah.
You'd be all over that like flies on shit.
Damn right I would. Yeah, and it'd be the correct thing I was on.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
And with that, let's crack straight into it. It opens on a spaceship. We're travelling through space. There's a few spaceships actually flying around. We got 3 minutes of credits to start.
Yeah, it's got a nice opening. You know, settles you in. Anticipation's high.
It's breakneck pace.
You get some of the actors' names are like the sort of names that we make up for the pitches, aren't they?
You got some examples?
I've got Hamilton Camp.
Oh yes,
which sounds like somewhere you'd send your kids during the school holidays.
Yeah.
Just go. I can send him off there. He'd like it. He went last year.
Yeah,
and that's it. That's all I've got.
We zoom into a space station and we get our first look at the fighting tournament for the best in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Ken, what are your thoughts? Does it look extravaganza-ish? Does it look... Is that even a word? Probably
it's like
not.
WrestleMania. Yeah, it's exactly like WrestleMania. if one of them was dressed up like, I don't know, some sort of man-bear-pig thing.
I'd put devil monkey bear.
Yeah, it looks a bit like a anorexic Gamorrean guard from Star Wars.
You know what it looks like? It looks like if RoboCop had sex with a...
pig.
With a cow.
With a minotaur.
Yeah, that's what he looks like.
Yeah, and this like imposing figure is fighting a dustbin with a lizard in it. Or some shit. I don't know what the hell that is.
It's like a big silver ball with like lizard legs.
He's got a lizard inside it, I think.
The arms are just dangling down. They don't work.
Yeah, I just don't know what that is.
It's a championship fight, this is.
What the hell? Who's that other thing beaten to get into the final of this? We see how hard it is. Anyway, it turns out his name's Spinner for some reason.
What, the big silver ball?
Yeah.
Oh, I called him Silver Ball.
No, it's Horn versus Spinner.
Yeah, Spider Bear Pig is called Horn.
Yeah. And his voice is so distorted, I couldn't hear a word he said throughout the entire film.
There's a few like that in there in this. The actual, what it is it's almost like a karate sort of layout, isn't it? It's like
yeah, I think it's like sumo, isn't it? As well, where it's out the circle.
That's probably a better one, yeah.
Yeah, you fall out the circle, you lose. But,
yeah,
it's basically
or you can win by 10 count.
Yeah, or a knockout. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's boxing rules, except you can drop kick and use knee. It's like kickboxing, I guess.
I don't think there's any real rules.
No,
it's just you're not allowed to go out the side of the circle.
Except they do boxing.
Pretty much, yeah.
There's no, like, with all the different kinds of monsters they could have had and different things they could have done with them, they are all just boxing each other. And they are in the worst kinds of rubber suits. And, I mean, this is Charles Band, so we know what we're getting with him.
I expected better. I was thinking hopefully we'd even have just some animation fighting instead. Just do that rather than just create a massive monster suit or a dustbin on someone's head.
Yeah, because even in these like really bad films, Charles Band has put some stop motion in.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was hoping for when I saw him. I thought, okay, then, so at least the fights might be quite good. But no. They're not.
No, the silver ball guy, Spinner, he's just standing there getting hit until he falls over. And the first round goes to Horn. Yeah. We get a robot voiceover telling us that in order to balance the strength between aliens, they use the Seco 3000 handicapping system. You got that?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, it's a disadvantage stabilizer, if I remember correctly.
I don't think they've set that quite high enough for the horn, have they? Because the silver thing's just getting the fucking...
To be honest, what's the fucking point? How can you be a champion if you're fighting and they make him equally as good as you? What's the point?
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't mean you're the best then, does it?
No. They have to dumb you down to your opponent.
Yeah, so you could be the best there ever is, but if your opponent's shit, you'll also have to be shit.
Yeah.
What's the point of that? Or they'll enhance him to make him as good as you. It's like, so what's the point of training then? Why don't they just put kids in there?
Yeah.
And just like make them superhuman or something? I don't know. It's just fucking pointless. That whole thing is pointless, and yet it is vital to the plot. It just seems like a really stupid idea.
You're talking about the Seco 3000 handicapping system, goddammit.
Yeah. In that case, I could go just fight like Tyson Fury, can't I? Because they'd make him as shit as I am.
Yeah.
Or make me as good as him. It'd be fine.
It's handicapping, so they'd make him... That'd be a fucking awful fight, that would, wouldn't it? Big 7-foot fuck fighting you.
Oh, come on, I reckon handicapping system. I'll
I'll
give him a bit of that.
Would you wear your ninja?
Of course I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be backflipping all the way to the ring.
Yeah, so but as Ken was saying, this drains a certain amount of strength from the fighters in order to keep the match competitive, but... You know, if Horn's this super strong alien, then he should just be allowed to fight, not just...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't get any of it. Anyway, we're intercut with all this. Anyway, all this incredible action of a dustbin being punched by a robotic pig. By going to an intergalactic diner.
Oh.
And there's a blonde guy who just keeps fucking shit up.
Sam J. Jones, the fourth.
Yeah, he does look a little bit like him at the beginning, and so again every now and then, but not throughout, which is weird.
Yeah.
But
he looks old and young at the same time, this guy.
Yeah, and he looks a bit of a doofus, but at the same time he's fucking massive.
I was going to say, you know when people grow really tall and they kind of like a bit hunched and a bit uncomfortable? That's what he looks like through the whole thing.
Yeah, well, this is our hero. This is Steve Armstrong.
So we won't be saying in a previous episode you never get heroes called Steve.
Yeah, something, It's just normal names.
Here we go. He's here now and he's watching it on a little screen. He's a short order cook at the diner.
Yeah, and he's messing up because he's watching the fight.
Also, as well, when we cut back to the fight, we've got Silverball, Spinner. He has a young lady.
Oh, yeah.
As his coach.
Yeah, that's Quinn.
Yeah, that's what?
Her name is Quinn.
Ah, right. Yeah, and I think Billy Blanks is on the fucking training team as well, isn't he?
Oh, it'd be great if Billy Blanks... Imagine that, you'd put Spinner in instead of Billy Blanks. How good is this fucking fighter?
You got Billy Blanks and Sting, it looks like.
What, from the police?
Yeah. Looks like them two are on the coaching team. But she says, and it's actually Sting that says, oh, his arm's fucked. Well, not like that. He says, he says whatever.
Yeah, it's because what the Spinner can do is sort of like pump out some like rods or something, and he's hitting Horn with these things like pneumatic like things that just kind of hit him.
He's an intergalactic fisting machine.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. A sex aid. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what they're throwing out there?
Well, that's Quinn for you. Played by Claudia Christian.
Yeah, and she says, get him out there by any means necessary. Meanwhile, we get what I thought originally was Gomez Adams in looking on. It's some sort of like, he's in like a suit. He's got slick back hair, so he's almost like Calgon from
that's
Space
my
Munich.
first thought was, hey, Calgon's in.
But in a suit with like, sometimes he has a silver face, sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah.
And anyway, he's our bad guy, obviously, and he's watching her on a monitor.
I tell you, I thought he should have been Billy Drago. Should have been Billy Drago all day long for me, that one.
Superb, yeah.
But then again, what was it, 89? Yeah, he was about, wasn't he?
Yeah. He gets on his Dick Tracy watch to talk to a little character we know called Weasel.
Yeah, who's just dicking about in the crowd.
From The Wind in the Willows. Yeah, he's just, rodent-faced fuck, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
He's causing trouble. He's dropping bombs on the fucking popcorn vendor.
Exactly. What's he doing?
Well,
just for his own amusement.
It's space, so it's not popcorn. It's space corn.
Yeah, otters' noses.
They're lovely. Our main bad guy is called Rogor.
It's a great name, and it's a waste in this film.
Mr. Rogor.
That's Mr. Rogor to you.
And he calls Weasel up to his office. Anyway, Horn ends things by throwing Spinner into the crowd, and then they start brawling out into the crowd, basically.
Yeah, it's what he actually does is he tells Weasel to inject Horn with some shit because the disadvantaged stabilizer handicapping machine is coming into play.
Right, yeah.
Or some bollocks, I don't know. That's what I got from it. So I think they're cheating, even though he's vastly superior to this dustbin beast.
Yeah, and he ends up throwing him out the ring, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Throws him into the crowd, which is actually quite good. I quite liked seeing him get thrown into the crowd. And then he just follows him into the crowd, sort of beating the shit out of everything that moves. He's gone mad, whatever they injected him with. Yeah, he's gone crazy for it.
This is so funny, sitting here listening to you talk about this fucking film. This film I watched when I was a child and I thought was shit back then, or like campy at least.
Yeah, never heard of it until now. Never even known this existed. He keeps cutting again. We're back in the diner. The guy who runs the diner, he's called Shorty. And, he hated Lenny the elf. This guy, fucking hell, I hated this guy.
Could be the same guy.
Yeah, I thought he reminded me so much of him. I hated this guy's voice.
Lenny the elf
from stupid fucking voice.
From Santa with Muscles.
Yes, sorry, yes. I have to explain that. Not everybody out there going, yes, Lenny the elf now.
Yeah, he's like a little short arse with he's got 4 arms, hasn't he?
He has, yeah, which is a comedy, and they use that far too often. It's not funny to begin with. It's certainly not funny ever. He says, I've only got 4 arms, and it's like, yeah, because it's really busy, you see. And Steve, he's just watching the fight. He's not even doing his job properly. The bloody idiot.
None of them wearing gloves either.
No, it's a health and safety nightmare in 4038.
Disgraceful. Yeah, he's got like a little black flat top, hasn't he?
Yeah, like pointy elven ears, elfin ears or something.
And he's tiny, hence the name. As you said, he gets overwhelmed by the volume of orders, and he repeatedly fucks up. And soon, Shorty starts arguing with some sort of gold.
Yeah, some like, I don't know, just things in the ordering food. They're aliens, you see. Yeah. Don't have to make sense.
And then in comes what looks like a fish man with gorilla arms.
Yeah.
And leather trousers.
Mm-hmm. It's a good look. It's the future.
He turns up and he's about to round the house kick.
He is, yeah. It turns out they're his kids or some bollocks. I don't know what the mom looks like, but the kids look nothing like him.
Yeah.
Steve steps in, has a fight, beats up Merman, throws him through a window. That's the end of that. Gets sacked.
Yeah. So does Shorty as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he does. I thought it was his bloody restaurant.
No, it says you're both terminated.
Oh, Jesus.
He's just out front serving them, and he's the cook. He doesn't run it.
Oh, right.
And Steve decides he's not cut out to be a short order cook. And I guess some people just aren't cut out for that life, are they?
No.
Have you been in a job and thought that?
Everyone. All of them, I think. Yeah,
yeah, Shorty's... it turns out he's a nebulite.
Ah, yes, of course. I thought he was because he got 4 arms.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
That made sense, yeah.
And Steve, he goes back to his crib, his little place where he lives, and he finds out he's been kicked out for getting fired.
Yeah, it's very quick, isn't it? It's a very quick, everyone knows immediately. It's only just happened. He's literally walked from the diner to his house to be told that he's got sacked, so he's evicted. So it's only just happened. How the hell?
It's the future.
It is indeed, yes. News travels even faster in that time.
Yeah, he's a homeless, 7 foot tall, no job, just wants to get back to Earth. What's he going to do?
I don't know. Just kill himself, I guess.
Yeah. He's going to stay at Shorty's.
Oh, yes. Sorry, no, he's not. Yeah, he's going to go and live with Shorty, who says, I owe you one. Or something like that.
Yeah.
A bit like Popeye. Man, sorry.
Sorry about what happened back there.
You didn't punch anybody.
Yeah, but if I hadn't shut my big mouth off...
Talking is no crime. Forget about it.
Can't forget about it. I'm a nebulite.
So?
What were you, cloned yesterday? A nebulite never forgets. Honor demands I repay the favor.
No, just forget about it, will you?
Wait a minute. You don't seem to understand. You may need my help. Without a job on the Star Station, you could be deported for vagrancy.
Shorty, that would suit me just fine. I don't give a damn about the Star Station. I just want to go back to Earth.
Meanwhile, the trainers, they're trying to fix Spinner. But his fighting days are over.
Yeah, unfortunately. You're going to have to retire him. Yeah.
That's a shame because he was so good.
Literally on the scrap heap.
Yeah. And Vang, which was the fish man, that was his name, he turns up with he's got his arm in a sling.
Yeah, it turns out he's also a fighter and he works for Quinn.
Yeah, she's got some shit fighters, hasn't she?
Yeah, because he was rubbish, beaten up by a bloody cook.
Yeah, and Quinn was like, what the hell happened to you? And he said something that I couldn't understand either.
I think he said something like it was a human.
Yeah.
A human or something.
Anyway, Shorty takes him to a cupboard. We've got a bit of a comedy thing here where Steve thinks, he literally lives in this cupboard here, but he unhooks there's a hatch and a ladder leading down, and that takes him into the bowels of the ship, and there's like a town in the middle of the ship. They're called the Tubes.
Like in Demolition Man.
Yeah, there's a bit of Demolition Man in this as well, isn't there?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, takes him down into the tubes, and they bump into the last human champion of the arena, Marcus Diablo.
It's a great... That. Why the hell is that not the hero's name?
Simon Phoenix.
Yeah.
Marcus Diablo.
It's such a great name.
That's a fucking ridiculous name, isn't it?
I loved it. I loved that one, yeah.
Yeah. He says something about someone dying or some shit. The audio quality, as I say, isn't the best, so you can't really hear it. But Steve, he knows Marcus Diablo.
Yeah, he idolised him.
I feel like we should have a pistol shot after we say the name Marcus Diablo.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah! Steve says to Shorty that he's seen every one of Marcus Diablo's fights. Steve's telling us, this is the chance for Steve to fill us in on his background, and he basically tells us that he was a fighter on the human circuit on Earth, won a lot of fights, and his dream was to come up here and fight in the arena. Imagine that's your dream after seeing that fucking first fight. You saw that and thought, I want to do that.
I want to do that, yeah. I want to fight a dustbin.
In a sumo ring in front of 10 people.
Yeah, I want to punch a dustbin.
There's no room for human fighters anymore.
Yeah, so that's the end of that.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
We get back to Shorty's house, Shorty's crib. Feel like I'm in a rap music video.
You look like you are.
Should I take this do-rag off, or is it okay?
No, I like it.
Oh, excellent. Bad movie called Do-Rag is available on the website. The door to his house is open, and Shorty's like, hold the fucking phone. I locked this when I left.
Oh, well. In we go.
Oh, side note, Shorty, fact for you, bad movie called fact, Shorty has 27 kids.
He does, yeah.
Steve laughs in his face when he tells him that.
Yeah.
Anyway, they go inside. Steve goes in first. I'll check it out, Shorty, don't you worry about it. And they find some sort of gremlin-looking thing called Skull.
Yeah.
It's like a little...
It's got like a helmet with lights on his head.
But built into his head.
But it's his head, yeah. Yeah, not a clue what this character says in any part of this film.
No, I don't understand him at all either. No.
Just said, and he's get the fuck out of my house, you little twat.
Yeah, basically he's there to offer Shorty in on something he's got going. He reckons he can fix the fights in the arena. But Shorty doesn't want to hear any of it. He gives him short shrift. And
Shorty Shrift.
Yeah.
Shorty Shrifty.
Yeah.
Which is his rap name.
And kicks him out of there. And go to sleep.
Yep, that's enough for that. Bye. Good night.
In the morning, Shorty's frying some yellow powder in a pan. That looks nice, doesn't it?
It does look very tasty, doesn't it? He certainly is the proper chef. No wonder he was looking after the restaurant.
Yeah, he was adding powder into a frying pan with two of his arms, and with the other two, he was adding salt and pepper.
Yeah, it's another comedy he's got 4 arms thing.
Yeah.
Not funny again.
He asks Steve when he wakes up, how do you like your eggs? So apparently that's egg.
Yeah.
It's powdered egg.
Yeah, and of course he says, over easy, please, Darlene. Of course not, no, that's from The Crow.
Over easy, pleasey. We get a knock at the door, and it's fucking Billy Blanks and Sting. How many times? How many times have you opened your door and it's been them two?
Never. Well, actually, 4.
Yeah,
yeah, 4 times. Yeah,
wouldn't leave you alone, would they?
No, sometimes it's not both of them. It's just like one of them.
Yeah,
yeah. It's more Billy Blanks, to be honest.
Yeah,
it just kicks me in the face and leaves.
Yeah, well, Sting punches Steve in the face.
Yeah, I don't like it. Sting's always doing that. Billy Blanks sometimes just comes in, a cup of tea.
That's nice.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Shows you his arse.
Most often, yes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be a visit from Billy Blones without a bit of that.
Yeah. He punches Steve to the ground and they double team him. That goes on for a bit. They get like poles, there's smoke, there's a lot of tumbling.
Yeah, they smash through into another bit. I'm not entirely sure what the hell's going on at this point.
And then Quinn turns up.
Yes, the mighty Quinn.
Yeah. She confronts Steve and she's amazed that a human could beat one of her best fighters. Fish gorilla-armed leather pants is one of her best fighters. She offers him a contract, but Steve, convinced that humans no longer have a place in the arena, refuses.
It was good because she said, I was kind of counting on him. And Steve, quick as a flash, says, for what? Being stupid. And she says, yes, we're also in the stupid championships. Yeah, I just thought, great, nice one, Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah, that tells her.
With the quick one-liners.
Yeah, so she's saying, do you want to come and fight for me? And he's going, nah. Even though,
it's always been his dream.
If you remember, if you do remember, 3 or 4 minutes ago, he was stating that that's the only reason he's there in the first place. Otherwise, he'd still be on Earth.
Yeah.
He misses Earth so much. But he travelled there with the dream of fighting in the arena. Do you want to fight in the arena? No, absolutely not, no.
No, I want to go back to Earth.
Yeah, no, thanks.
He comes out with another great one line. He goes, why don't you take your 2 boneheads here and slide back upstairs where you came from?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you can. Even Seagal can slide upstairs.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Shorty gets involved. He's asking about the contract. But Steve's eggs are getting cold.
Yeah, which gives them the line of, maybe the eggs aren't the only thing that's yellow down here.
Yeah, that's Sting that says that.
Yeah.
Calls him, hey, kid.
Yeah, he has a bit of that, you know. It's not just the only one who can throw these insults around, Steve. They've all got them. Yeah, egg-based insults. This is in one of our albums.
Yeah. Quinn offers a 10-day contract with a year's option. Seems odd.
Standard.
Yeah.
Standard in the arena.
Shorty shakes on it with Quinn before Steve can even interrupt, but he's adamant. He said...
He's adamant.
Yeah, he said he would not fight in their crooked game, and then storms off like a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
We go to a club next. I wonder if...
it's a little casino, isn't it?
Yeah, I wonder if Red Brown and his wife are hula hooping.
Well, I think they are in the background.
Yeah. Steve, he watches a woman betting on rolling a silver ball into a hole. It's different gambling games in the future.
I put that. What did I put the game was? A beautiful woman is winning the roller ball into a bucket game. Yeah. It's amazing. She's very good at it, though.
High stakes.
Yeah, she is very good at it.
She says, where I come from, it's bad luck to play the same game of chess twice. Or did she say chance twice?
I've not got a clue.
Will you roll for me? She says, and she gives it to him. And even Steve, who looks like they probably could have another take, still looks like he just drops the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And he wins.
It's like, you know, the charity thing where you put a coin in and it rolls round and round and round until it eventually just goes in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that.
It is like that.
Yeah, it's like entertainment for the kids when they're putting like little loose change in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that, but they seem to be winning money.
Yeah. And she says, well, you're my lucky charm.
She looked a bit like Sable from the wrestling back in the good old days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it's not her, but she looked a bit like her.
This was the time when they all looked like that, wasn't it? Like late 80s, early 90s. Shorty turns up anyway with the cock block, takes him away. He's going to go and play cards and win Steve a ticket home. That's the plan. And he plays against, it was like Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, I think that was that character, wasn't it? Yeah. It Calrissian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, how you doing, Chewbacca?
I can't do the voice thing. Yeah.
That's Chewbacca when he gets his fly stuck. He zips himself up. He loses his first hand, but it's okay. He's got 3 left.
Oh, yes. See, our comedy based on how many arms he's got is funnier than this film.
Mm.
Yeah, and that wasn't that funny. So that shows how shit the film is.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, he uses all 4 hands to flip the cards over, doesn't he? Is that a side gag? I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It's just somebody else sat underneath the table, isn't it? Putting their arms through.
Yeah.
It's bloody awful.
Yeah. Loses again.
Yeah, he's really a shit at it, isn't he? Shorty. Yeah. I think he's only got one left, doesn't he? He just loses everything. He's only going to have one bet.
Yeah.
And he says, wait, at least just only half of it.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Come on, Steve, let's go and win all this money. No. Oh, well.
We get some suits with rubber helmets. They come in next. These are the shadow police.
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's a bust.
It certainly is, yeah.
Yeah.
One guy gets tased on the door.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
I think he was the one who knocked, so they let them in.
Yeah.
Because there's some freakish alien looking out of a little peephole, isn't there, to let people in?
Yeah. You're all under arrest, shouts the head of the Rubberheads. You can tell he's in charge. He's got a sparkly cape on.
Yes, that's how you differentiate back in
over
there in the future.
Never see that character again.
Of course you do. He's the commissioner.
Oh, is it? I thought he was like...
No, he's the commissioner. He's in it later on.
Didn't recognise him with his
commissioner.
rubber head.
The commissioner's in charge of bloody Rogor, as it turns out. He's bossing him about.
Mm. Well, anyway, Weasel, he was actually there. We saw him at the bar. He starts fighting, starts firing his laser gun at the police. That's why I was like, why is he breaking down all this shit then, the commissioner, if he's in...
I think he's just... I don't know. I don't know. It's complex, isn't it, this futuristic world?
Yeah. Shorty, he sees some guy hiding some money away and he steals it and legs it out of there with Steve.
Yeah, into another little wall hatch.
Yeah, and Weasel gets out there in a similar hatch.
Yeah, he goes through a different hatch. He's almost going through the same hatch. Then a laser does something and he just goes through another hatch.
Yeah.
I think, why did nobody else go through a hatch?
No.
Why is everyone running in sheer panic? Why don't you just go through all the hatches?
And what about the girl who's rolling her balls around?
I don't know. I don't know what happened to the lovely lady or her balls.
He gives Steve the money anyway, and he says that, well, we'll split up and we'll meet later at the bar. And they do split up, and we instantly cut to later at the bar.
Yeah, it's the Star Wars Cantina, isn't it?
It is, I've written that.
Yeah. I actually wrote that for the casino, and then I wrote, actually, no, sorry, this is it. Yeah, and then I said, ignore the first one, that's a casino.
Yeah. I had the casino as the bar from Space Mutiny, and this is the cantina from Star Wars.
Yeah, this is very much that, yeah.
Yeah, Stevie's drinking some felovian brew.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Sounds like piss. Sounds like women's piss, doesn't it?
Women's piss. That was our death metal band name.
Yeah, very popular.
Yeah. Yeah, we went on tour with Typo Negative.
Another medical-based band name.
Yeah, that's why we got the gig. Women's piss, you sound medical.
Yeah, you're damn right we are.
Anyway, thanks for that, Ken.
No worries. Always like to add a bit of that for you.
Yeah, Shorty turns up with he's got a one-way ticket to Earth and a thank you. Shorty brings up the Quinn problem, though. He's like, although you are going back to Earth, wouldn't it be great if you could fight in the arena?
Yeah, just for a bit. You know, it's your dream. And he's like, nah.
Let's just drink, listen to some music and celebrate the last night on the station.
Woo!
And by music, they mean a holographic projection of a girl singing and dancing in front of them.
Yeah, God, that's awful, isn't
it's horrible,
it really is poor.
All right. Look, we'll have a couple of drinks, listen to some music in honor of your last night on the Star Station.
Steve's like, hey, I know that girl.
We have a quick cut to Admiral Akbar, who's there in the cantina, and he seems to be drooling over this hologram.
Yes.
Yeah, and or it's just...
It's a thirst trap, is what he says.
Yeah, but before we can enjoy that, Weasel's turned up, and he's got them at little laser point, or gun point, but it's a laser, you know. It's not actually just got a laser point. It's not showing them a presentation or something. He's got some spreadsheets and some graphs. No, he's got them at gunpoint and says Rogor wants his money.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it, and leads them away.
Takes them out from the bar. There's a guy in the background with an egg for a head, with some eyes drawn on it.
Humpty Dumpty, innit?
Yeah. He takes him to Rogor anyway, and he wants to know who took his stack.
Yeah, this is when Rogor, he has got like a silvery face, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Kind of like robotic
sometimes he
looking.
doesn't.
Yeah, but then he hasn't bothered going to makeup before they've reset. And yeah, it's just weird.
Still got the suit and the slick back hair, but
Yeah.
futuristic suit, all pointy.
Yeah, it's very good.
Steve, he's drunk, obviously, off the fallopian, what was it?
Tubes.
Yeah.
He's been sucking on the tubes, isn't he?
Yeah. Starts taking the piss and laughing at them. Weasel hits him, and then they square up. Rogor stops him, and he just wants his money. He wants 18,000 Kruger.
Yes, great.
Steve says, I'll take this, and gives him his ticket to Earth. Rogor has a look at it. He says, this is non-refundable, and it's only worth 13,000 Kruger.
Oh, bloody hell.
Little side glance towards Shorty.
Which doesn't actually matter.
No.
Because it's non-refundable. It doesn't matter how much it's worth if you can't refund it.
Yeah. Little side-eyed glance to Shorty, and he says, well, I had to send a little back to my family on Nebula. He said before that the reason I live in the fucking underground, even though I have a job, is because I was sending money back to my family.
With his 27 kids.
Steve says that he'll get him the money if he gives him a day. And Rogor says, I love you.
If you leave me now. That's what he sings to him.
He says,
beautiful moment.
He says, I like you. You've got 12 hours to pay, or Weasel will kill you.
I like your balls, Steve.
Well, the broadcaster later on, he constantly speaking about admiring balls, isn't he?
Yes, he loves them.
Steve leaves, and Shorty has to stay there as a hostage. And you think, oh, that's pretty cool. So maybe he's got a fight to save Shorty. But no, he comes back within an hour. He actually says the line.
He goes, hey, Quinn, I'm going to fight for you. Can I get the money now? She goes, yeah, okay, there you go. And he's like, cheers, back in a bit. And just goes and says, right, I've got the money. See ya.
Yeah, and gets Quinn out and gets Shorty out of there, instantly.
Yeah, and Rogor, for all of his ne'er-do-well badassness, just, okay then, that was the deal.
Yeah.
Lets him go.
He says, 18,000 Kruger in less than an hour. You should be working for me. And Steve says, thanks, but I've got a job. Cut to the arena. It's an exciting night. It's the first human fight for years. My next note, Ken, is what the fuck is Steve wearing?
Yeah.
It looks to me...
Go on.
White leather loincloth.
Mm-hmm.
Gold braces.
Yes.
White shoulder pads.
Yes.
Knee pads.
Mm-hmm.
And boots.
Oh, yes.
What the fuck?
It's the future.
Jesus Christ. He looks fucking ridiculous.
Yes,
he looks like he should be in Flesh Gordon.
Yes, he might have been.
He probably was after
check
this,
him out, yeah.
Weasel and Rogor, they turn up. They're shocked to see him. I'm not sure if they're shocked because of the outfit or he's fighting, but they're shocked.
They're shocked because that leotard's right up the back of him. Right up there it is, right up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he sneezes, he'll split into three. One of them.
Steve's fighting, it looks to be the shunting blob from Society.
Yeah, it's just fighting some sort of embryonic, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I put a lobster frog.
Yeah, it is kind of thing. It's absolutely massive.
Yeah, it's got a big arse on it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's huge. It's pretty much already out of the fucking circle they're fighting in because it's that big.
And he's got massive legs that just like are spread across the whole ring. Yeah. Little tiny arms and a frog head.
It's very weird. You know that bit in Hellraiser where the beast runs at her? Yeah, it's like that.
It does look like
one
that,
of the worst bits of Hellraiser, that is. The special effects on that. But that's what this looks like.
You can see people running behind that in the background on Hellraiser.
I know. Anyway, shut up. That's a good film.
What do you think to this fight, Ken? You like it?
No, it's very poor, isn't it? Yeah, it's very lengthy as well. It goes on far too long.
The blob wins the first round.
Yeah, well, of course it does. It's fucking massive.
I would say this is harder to beat than anything he faces for the rest of the film.
It is, yeah. This is. I mean, I'd like to see how's Horn going to get on against this thing. What can you do against that?
I'll tell you what you can do.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, actually, we get the talking head, the sports announcer. He's telling us that this is why no humans can compete in the arena because of things like this fighting. And Quinn tells him to do to the blob what he did to Vang, Fishman.
So what, punch him and throw him through a window?
Yeah. Shorty tells him to attack his sensory nerve on the inside. He doesn't like him on the inside, you see, this big... He's talking actual boxing talk.
Yeah, exactly. He's like Mickey.
He is.
Yeah.
If Mickey had 4 arms.
Yeah, and 27 kids.
Yeah.
This is who he'd be.
Anyway, Steve wins the next round by punching him out. They just keeps punching him until he falls out the circle or just moves out the circle. What did you see who was in the audience, Ken?
Is it Hulk Hogan?
Who just find the fucking music now?
He just points at him and says, "Your next brother."
Yeah, close.
No, it's
Marcos Diablo.
Santos Diablo. As the priest runs from him.
Yeah, Weasel.
He's there as well.
Yeah, he's up in the office overlooking it, saying this kid isn't any good. It's just beginner's luck.
Yeah, I don't know why Weasel's so annoyed that, like, first of all, he's like very upset that Rogor likes him because he's a fighter. Wow, yes, excellent, very good. We should have known all this. Weasel's like, he's rubbish. Like a child who's scared that someone else is his favourite.
Yeah. A Weasel, as we should say, like Wind in the Willows. I don't think we mentioned it, but he does have like a rat face.
Yeah,
big
ears. He's a weaselish type. He doesn't really look overly like a weasel.
He's got a big head, like white hair, combed back, and he's tiny. But yeah, we go back to Shorty. He reminds him of the sensory nerve as we get into round 3. And we get some slow-mo here just to remind us that the alien's hands are rubber. And when he hits them with them, they just bend around his face, so they look totally useless. The blob tries to break his neck.
Yeah. Which I think he probably could do.
Yeah.
If he'd actually tried properly.
Yeah, Quinn goes to throw in the towel. I mean, as before with Silver Balls, she was like, no, any means necessary, get him out.
Yeah.
This thing sort of tries to put its arms around him.
Yeah, he's going to like just break him in half.
Yeah, and
she's quite quick, actually, to want to throw the towel in all the time. Considering they're all her fighters, why is she so desperate for them to lose?
But luckily, Steve remembers that this alien has little rubber arms, and he can easily get away from him. He pulls free, a couple of quick kicks to the inner thighs.
Yeah.
Which has got to hurt him.
Yeah,
because he's got big fucking thighs.
Yeah, he's like he's on his back at some point. He never do find out where the sensory nerve is.
No,
because I don't know if he's located it.
Well, he roly-polies underneath him. Maybe he gives a little, on the way. Yeah, just on the way through.
Little tickle.
Yeah. There's a single leg drop kick to the back. That's enough to knock this massive fucking alien out of the ring. Falls in stop motion, which looks shit, to be honest, actually.
Yeah,
there is a bit of stop motion.
I suppose it does, yeah.
And he's the winner. Talking Head says, never in his long and brilliant career, he's saying about himself.
I like that bit.
Has he seen such an amazing debut of guts and talent. He admires his balls for a bit longer as we cut to Shorty patching Steve up in the locker room afterwards.
Yeah, he says, sit down, let me give you a rub. Which, I mean, I'm all for rewarding the victor, but...
4 hands.
4 hands, bloody hell. Wouldn't mind if it was Quinn.
And Steve's telling us that he loved it. The adrenaline, the crowd, the atmosphere, the leotard. He loved the whole goddamn show.
The feeling of it right up there, pinching away with every movement.
Pinching his sensory nerve. In comes Rogor and Weasel. They're coming into the locker room to congratulate him on his win, and he offers to manage him. And Steve says, I'm under contract with Quinn. And Rogor says, no one gets to the top without Rogor.
Yes.
And he says,
person name check.
Then I guess I won't be champion.
Yeah, you give up already.
Yeah. And Rogor leaves, and then he turns and says, Armstrong, like it or not, you're going to work for me. And he says, nobody tells me what. He gets just really fucking angry. Throws his towel down. I love how angry he got then. Very Red Brown-esque that. Just 0 to fucking 100.
Yeah, have that.
Weasel and Steve, they square up to each other because obviously Steve's like advancing towards Rogor. Then Shorty gets in between them and he says, you better leave before the shadow police come.
Yeah.
Rubber helmet fucks.
Shadow police.
They leave and he offers Steve another rub down, Shorty.
He does, he enjoys it. I think he likes it more than Steve.
Yeah. Steve isn't sure about leaving now, after he's had this fight, and he wants to win. He wants to go all the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if he's on about the rub down or the fights, but we'll see. We cut now, Ken, to big face chicken nose.
Yeah, it's like a little comedy club, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't like this bit at all, so it was awful.
It's got Shorty and Steve. They're sitting with someone who I didn't even know who that was, but it turns out that it's Quinn.
It's Quinn.
Doesn't look like her.
Of course it does.
New haircut. New
Yeah,
hairstyle.
she's out for the night. She's enjoying life.
Well, why the fuck's Shorty not dressed up then?
Because he's a four-armed fuck.
He's in a bed sheet.
Yeah, he's just got up. He's been rubbing Steve all night.
Yeah, that's what those stains were on it then.
Yeah, I like this bit as well because we get a lovely bit of flirting from Steve. He's very subtle.
With Shorty.
This is time for me to rub you, Shorty.
Thanks, Steve.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
No, none of that, no. He actually says, Quinn, how can you look so good yet be so tough?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like to say to my ladies or my oiled up Amazonian women.
Yes.
Yeah, just before they snap me over their knee.
Meanwhile, on stage, Chicken Beaker says, I could stay all night, folks, but I gotta go. A hand for the boys in the band, and remember, I hate your guts. And everyone laughs. Oh,
I'd buy that for $1. Yeah, that kind of catchphrase. Doesn't mean anything, but you know.
That's good though. I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah. At least that's fun. I hate your guts. It's quite upsetting, isn't it?
Yeah.
You go out for a comedy club.
Yeah. Shorty goes off to talk to some sports writers, and we get the chance.
Oh boy, what a scoop!
We get a chance to get some backstory on Quinn. Her dad was a fighting trainer until Rogor came along and turned the arena into a business rather than a sport.
Mm-hmm.
The dad died with a broken heart.
Yeah.
She's just trying to keep her dad's dream alive, Ken. That's all she's ever wanted to do.
Oh my God, that's so admirable.
You never hear anything more about any of this for the rest of the film, but it's there.
There it is. It's right out there for you. I just wonder how she looks so good, yet stay so tough.
We got some fans that turn up asking him for his just to point at him. Actually, they don't ask for his autograph.
No. This is another Rocky moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like Rocky 3, I think. This one.
Yeah.
Mr.
T.
Yeah, this is where Horn comes in, doing his Mr. T impression, saying, "I'm the champ." I speak like that. I'm the champ.
Yeah,
like that. You can't really hear what he's saying, but I think he's saying, "I'm the champ."
Yeah.
Horn is here. I'm the champ.
Yeah, Rogor, he turns up with the girl from the gambling place and the hologram.
Yes, Sable, the casino woman.
Yeah, we find out that she's called Jade, and she's going to be performing on stage in a second. Rogor introduces her to Steve, and she says, "Oh, we've met, my lucky charm." And Quinn's like, "What does she mean by that?"
Yeah, she's not happy straight away. That's because she's a lady, you see. This is what happens. It's happened to me so many times.
Intergalactic boxing.
Yeah. Yeah, but the female jealousy is always there.
Yeah.
That's just a human trait.
So, you're Quinn's new boy, the human contender. Well, Sloth is all washed up. Don't think for a minute you can get into the arena with me. I am Horn. I am champion.
Soon to be ex-champion.
You want to go with somebody, you can go with me right now.
Horn! Save it for the fans. No point in giving away what the public will pay for.
What's his name? Monkey Bear? What's it?
Clubber Lang.
Yeah, that's him.
Horn.
Yes, starts getting into a fight, don't they?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But Rogor says, wait, why do it here for free when you can do it in front of millions and get like money and that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is basically what they say in Rocky 3.
Yeah, no point in giving away free what the public will pay for.
Yeah.
We get Jade on stage now for some more fucking awful.
Oh, this is terrible. It's absolutely bloody awful. It's painful, this is. Yeah, and everyone just fucking leaves. Yeah, I couldn't wait for him to leave. Jesus Christ.
Forget
Shorty takes Steve away for business.
Yeah, that's what he calls it these days.
It turns out they've gone down to the tubes, to the underground city, and they're giving out food to the town. We got Weasel and Skull.
I thought they were giving out merchandise.
That's food.
I thought it was like merch. I
What
thought
the
they'd
fuck
immediately
would they
got
get?
loads of merch. Armstrong merch.
Get your leather loincloths. You just see fucking Marcus Diablo in a loincloth.
All the kids running around dressed like that.
Yeah, some of them have got fucking like a bed sheet for if they're fans of Shorty.
That's what I thought, yeah.
You got Weasel and Skull, they're looking on, if you remember those two. Marcus Diablo, he turns up, gives Steve his champion medal to say thank you for giving them food. Steve thanks him, but I'm not going to accept it after I've won one fight and you've won 50.
You had to win 50 fights to get there, to get this championship medal. I've only won one.
Yeah.
And he's like, actually, yeah, give me that back.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that is true.
He says, but Steve, you've given us hope again. You've got a lot of fights coming up. You better knock them dead.
Marcos Diablo.
Weasel and Skull, they're plotting something. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but they're definitely plotting something.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Another fight anyway. He's against some sort of turtle-looking thing.
Yeah, it's a montage now. You got a montage. Yeah, there's just loads of different fights. We get some spinning of a newspaper report, because even though it's 2038, newspapers are still the best way to communicate these things. Yep, saying contender wins again. It's like fourth fight victory and all that bollocks, basically.
That fourth fight, that was a tough one. He was against a hedgehog.
Yeah, Sonic.
Yep, won that one.
Punched him in the rings.
Another headline telling us Armstrong is now the top contender.
Yes.
I guess he's fought 48 other times.
Yeah, I was going to say, because 50, we've already got that one.
Yeah. We got Rogor on the phone to the commissioner. He wants the title fight with Armstrong and Horn set up. He gets Weasel and Skull in there, into his office, and he says that Skull's got an idea.
Yeah, this is Skull's plan. Remember Skull had a plan earlier on?
Yeah.
And Shorty told him, get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe this was the plan, because we never heard it.
It's a plan so great that Rogor might even give Weasel control of the East Hub betting slats. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, let's find out what the plan is, and we'll see if that's going to happen.
Unfortunately, he hands it over to Skull to explain, and we don't understand a fucking word he says.
What plan? What are you talking about?
Skull, I figured out a phase 3 entry into the Seiko 3000 with a 50,000 round overload via point entry to the number 12 freezer cable. Pull. That's enough, Skull, that's enough.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
What?
Yeah, I speak Skull, and it was to mess with the handicapper.
Yeah.
It was to...
the Seiko 3000 handicapping system.
That's right, yes. Well, they're going to hack into that and change it. So if Steve's winning, then obviously they will handicap him to be shit.
Yes.
And therefore make him lose. That's their plan. That's the plan. It's as simple as that. That's their plan. But Rogor says, get the fuck out of here. You can't do that. That computer's impenetrable.
No one's been able to get into the Seiko 3000 ever.
Ever. That's a disadvantaged stabilizer. It's protected by blah, 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 blah.
Weasel says, Rogor, Mr. Rogor, if you lose your grip on the title fights, you will lose everything.
Yeah, he says, get out of here. I have a plan of my own.
Meanwhile, Steve is sparring with a giant bullsack.
Yeah, I've put he's fighting an armadillo turd beast.
Yes, that's a better, yes.
Yeah.
We got Jade. She turns up to watch, distracts Steve.
He still wins.
He does say before, let's do another round for the fans watching. There's like 3 people there, and I'm pretty sure they're his trainers.
Yeah, that's the people who work there, yeah.
Billy Blanks is one of them. But
even Sting's not fucking bothered turning up.
Yeah.
He's in the corner with his guitar.
So he leaves. He's not listening to Quinn. Quinn's asking him to sort of, get it yourself in the gym and do this, and this, and hit the ice bath or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I got it, and leaves.
He's chasing Jade.
He's chasing Tail.
Yeah. He says, maybe we could get together later and, relax.
I'd love to, says Shorty.
Yeah, and she says, well, I could help you relax. And he says, yeah, why not? And she goes, yeah, go on then. Meet me at my place.
Gives him a door room key, doesn't she?
Yeah, whatever it is they use in the future.
And he turns up in a satin suit. It's very this is the Demolition Man vibes, where when he turns up to Sandra Bullock's apartment. I wonder if they're going to be having sex with headsets.
Head sex.
You know, boning, the wild mambo, the hunka chunka.
Hunka chunka.
She invites him in to grab a drink anyway while she's finishing getting ready.
Yeah, she's got a fucking fountain and there's bird song and everything going on in her apartment.
Yeah, it'd be annoying, wouldn't it?
Quite luxurious. Yeah, you must be able to turn the bird song off.
Yeah, but we're having running water constantly.
You turn that shit off. It's probably not real, is it? It's probably holographic.
You need a piss all the time, wouldn't you?
Holographic. Maybe that's where she's going.
Holographic.
Yeah. With pitch.
Yeah, she asks for help putting her necklace on, and Steve thinks this is the chance to start biting her neck.
Yeah, to start sexually assaulting her immediately.
Yeah.
Which he does, and she accepts.
Yeah, ends with the hunker chunker. She shouts something out mid-embrace, but I have no idea what she says. Something about fighting.
I think it's the fight's tomorrow, and he says, "Let me worry about the fight."
Right.
And she was like, "Well, yeah, I'm not fighting for you. I'm just telling you."
He just wants the right to fight. You've got to fight.
Yeah, and he also just wants for some quick sex.
Hunker chunker, it's called in the future.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Nothing says the future like silver bed sheets, does it? That's in every fucking film.
We do get a shot of the actual space station whilst the sex scene's going on, so we don't get any sex scene. It looks like a kitchen utensil when we see the outside of it. I don't know why we suddenly go outside into space to see the space shuttle and then we go back in. But I think it's
like a corkscrew.
Yeah, it just looks fucking ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, then we go back in and they're in bed. This is where we get the buttocks. The female buttocks shot. Yeah, she gets out of bed and she is naked actually, where we don't get to see her breasts because she's back facing. But he would have. I reckon he's got his eyes open while she's doing that little scene. Cheeky Steve.
Yeah, she offers him a drink, and she pours something into the drink when he's not looking.
Yes, she does. Yes, it's fallopian
juice.
Poisons.
Yeah.
Yeah. A drink for luck.
Yeah, to the next champion, he says. You know I'm not supposed to drink. She says, for luck then, and they drink together.
And he's like, go on then.
We cut to Rogor's office, and Jay turns up. It's like there's no passage of time in
she's
this.
just there. She was next door.
And tells him that Hormone after...
Rogor's in the ensuite.
Rogor joins them in a bathrobe.
Been there all night.
Jay turns up and tells him that Hormone have to work up much of a sweat tonight. And Rogor says, you're not falling for him, are you? And she says, Armstrong? And he's like, no, Horn, who the fuck was fucking Armstrong? Who the fuck?
Shorty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh baby.
Billy Blanks. No, of course Armstrong. And she says, no, I'm not.
He says, all right, I'm fair dues.
Cut back to Armstrong. He's still in bed.
He is, yeah.
Face down, ass up. That's how he likes to sleep.
Yeah, like Marty McFly.
Yeah. He calls out to Jade, but she's gone. He attempts to get up and collapses to the floor.
Yeah. He doesn't look good, really, does it, for Steve?
No.
Anyway, in the arena. Come on, let's go straight there.
Yeah, Horn, he's hot dogging for the crowd.
Yeah. Everyone's booing him.
Yeah. Sure, he can't believe it. In fact, he says it.
What does he say?
My God, I can't believe it. And Quinn thinks Rogor's got something to do with this.
Yeah.
And all you hear is, Rogor has nothing to do with this. And it's Steve. He just fucking falls into the room.
Yeah, he arrives absolutely drugged, can't even stand up.
They examine him and Sting thinks he's been drugged. I've seen this before on tour.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, Quinn says, well, he can't fight like this. But Steve's like, hey, I'm fucking fighting. Billy Blanks gets the doctor, sets him down. He needs a more thorough examination.
Yes. Meanwhile, the crowd are getting restless because of the no-show.
Yeah.
I believe the doctor prescribes 50 cc's of Crystalplex.
He's loaded with Trimetazine 25.
Yeah.
Is what he says.
Yeah, it's the date rape drug of the future.
Yeah.
If you're out there, be careful.
Crystalplex sounds like a window washing agent,
It
doesn't
sounds
it?
lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe like you go there and buy some like ornaments for home.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Or like
That'd be lovely.
Or a cinema.
The Crystalplex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sports journalist the broadcaster is saying Steve Armstrong represents the hopes, the dreams, the desires of every earthling.
Yeah, certainly did when I was watching it. I was one of those earthlings.
The doctor tells us that his vital signs are critical, approaching terminal.
But you should be okay to fight in about 15 minutes.
Says another 2 hours, he would have been dead.
Dead!
Dead, you hear me? Dead! He can fight. He won't be 100%, as Ken says, but 2 hours.
It should be okay. Quinn, what do you reckon? She'd be like, yeah, go on then, fuck it.
Yeah, what would you do, Kenneth? Would you fight?
I'd probably not want to. But then, if Quinn was to say to me, they believe in you, Steve. Obviously, I'd be querying that, but I'd be drugged. I'd be drugged. And I'd accept that. They believe in you. And I believe in you. And I'd be like, fucking yeah.
Quinn says, what the hell happened last night?
And obviously I would be doing with all this jealousy shit at this moment. This would be the wrong time for that.
Steve's like, I've got my own life, leave me alone, for God's sake. and she drops the fucking bombshell, Ken, that Jade is Rogor's girl, but they turned up at the fucking
We
bar.
surely know this. That was what happened.
She literally turned up with him and introduced them to each other with his arm around her. They were obviously together.
Yeah, but he's very upset about that.
He is. He wants to go and find her right now. And she's like, but Steve, what about the fight? And he says, the fight is between me and Rogor. He's not going to get away with this. No one has sex with me and then drugs me, except for Shorty.
That's right, Steve. I got some more of that sweet stuff for you laters.
Thanks, Shorty.
And Quinn says, if you want to get to Rogor, then you've got to go out there and fight Horn and win.
You've got to get the horn.
Yeah.
That's what he says. Yeah, I'll get the horn, all right, Quinn. And then I'm going to go for Rogor.
Yeah. It stops him in his tracks. She draws his attention to the crowd, chanting his name.
Steve. Steve. Not like that. I think they're shouting Armstrong, actually. It makes more sense.
She does what Ken was saying, the I believe in you line. They believe in you. Forget about Rogor. Do it for yourself.
Marcos Diablo. He believes in you.
That's just a voice coming through. Everyone just looks around to see what's happening.
Yeah. Sombrero on.
Yeah, and then he just leaves. He spins his poncho and leaves.
Yeah. Out they come for the fight, much to the surprise of Rogor and Jade.
I've written that Rogor nearly shits when he
does.
sees Steve come out for the fight.
If he was drinking, he would have spat that all over the place, wouldn't he?
He's there. Steve's got his little pants on again. Oh, unbelievable.
Unbelievable scenes. Jade says, I've given him poison. And Rogor says, obviously not enough. Calls Weasel up to the office. But, I gave him poison, which is easily treatable.
yeah, within 15 minutes.
Cut to the first round. Back and forth, a bit of, punching, jabbing.
It's just a boxing match, isn't it, at this point? Neither of them use feet at all, I don't think, in this one.
Rogor tells Weasel to go with Skull's plan of the handicapper. Tells Weasel to go all the way.
Yes.
So he won't have to worry about Quinn's protege anymore.
And to be honest, that computer, which seemed impenetrable and no one's ever been able to do it, it's remarkably accessible, isn't it?
Yeah, he's already up there straight away.
Because he's there. He's just at the computer, opens it up and does it.
Yeah, Skull has...
There's no guards, no security. It's just there.
Skull has sort of attached his own head. He had like a... He's got like a bike helmet attached into his head with lights on it.
Plug head.
Yeah, and it's...
Plug head rewired, Circuitry Man 2.
Yeah.
Stars Vernon Wells. I'll tell you what he says in that film. I love to plug. Cracking film. I've not even seen Circuitry Man 1. Anyway, carry on.
Skull loves to plug his own head into the mainframe.
Exactly. It's exactly what he loves.
Yeah, and that's how they managed to bypass it. It's a bit of a technical bout, this. Well, I mean, as technical as it can be with a guy in a rubber monkey bear suit, I guess.
Yeah, they're just punching each other, aren't they?
Interspersed with this fight, we do get to see Weasel and that they're hacking the mainframe. And they say, don't change anything for the first round. We want this to look legit.
Yeah, too legit.
Too legit to quit.
Oh, yeah.
We get a drop kick from Steve to Horn, and Steve wins the first round. That's his signature move.
Yeah, it's easily movable. You get out of the way of that.
No one actually has ever taken a drop kick in real life.
No.
Rogor celebrates. He looks over at Jade, who says nothing, and he says, "You really do feel something for Steve, don't you?" And she says, "I feel nothing."
That's women.
In the rafters, Weasel is talking to himself. He's monologuing because he's evil. He's talking about how they're about to humiliate Steve Armstrong.
Yes.
Quinn tells Steve to not take the next round lightly, and then they mention something to do with the handicapping thing.
Yes, because they'll be activating the handicapper.
I thought they did that.
I don't know at all. Anyway, Horn's shit, isn't he?
Yeah. He's the easiest one. Yeah. The hedgehog was harder to fucking beat up than him. Rogor tells Weasel to go ahead now anyway, with the plan. Jade says, "What's going on?" So obviously she must have blacked out when they were talking about it earlier.
Yeah, because she was there, wasn't she?
She was there, yeah. Handicap anyway. They've done it. Full handicap on, what's his name? Steve.
Steve, yeah. He just drops to the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a quivering mass of jelly.
We get a blurred camera
then
effect.
they think, oh shit, yeah, we can't fully handicap him.
Yeah.
so they put a bit back on.
Blurred effect on Horn to show that he's not handicapped at all.
Yeah, it's like as though they've just messed with his depth perception. The way he's just wildly swinging punches nowhere near anybody.
Yeah.
I don't really know what they're handicapping, to be honest. It's never really fully explained.
Knocks Steve to the ground, despite Marcus Diablo cheering him on from the crowd.
Yeah, Horn is cheering himself on, a bit like Bolo Young in Bloodsport.
Yeah.
Yes, where he's cheering himself on and giving a little titty jiggle to the crowd.
Yes. Shorty smells a rat.
He does, yes. He inexplicably, immediately suspects that Weasel's messing with the handicapper device and looks upwards.
Yeah, I smell a rat. Or a weasel. Looks up, sees him in the rafters, heads up there.
Yeah, really slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes him fucking ages to get up there. Weasel was up there like in split second. As soon as he said, go for it, go for that computer. Oh, he's gone. There he is. Ah, he's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shorty. Takes forever.
Horn kicks Steve in the face and he falls out the ring. That's round 2 to Horn. 1-1.
1-1.
Steve tells the trainers something is wrong. He says he feels like he doesn't have any strength out there.
Something's afoot. Yeah, although he was drugged within, was it 2 hours of his life?
Yeah.
But still,
well,
something's now wrong.
Quinn does say that she wants to call the fight again. She says, you're still sick. And Steve says, hell no, I can win this.
Imagine, right, he's not going to be 100%. So imagine how shit Horn would have been if he had been 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because he won the first round anyway, and he wasn't 100%. He'd just been resuscitated from death.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he really is shit.
Horn kicks the shit out of him for a bit while Shorty gets up to the rafters. And
he's getting the beating of a lifetime, Steve, isn't he?
Yeah.
Quite the beating.
No, Shorty says, what are you doing, space rat? Because he finally gets up there, and they end up fighting him and Weasel. Jade pleads with Rogor to stop Horn from killing Steve. Yeah. He's got him above his head.
He's got bloody gorilla pressing him.
Yeah.
And you know what would be the best thing to do at this point?
Break his back.
They just throw him out the fucking circle. He can't do anything about it, can he? The whole point is to get him out of that circle to win. You've got him raised above your head and you don't throw him out the circle. What the fuck?
Just throws him on the ground.
How's this guy the fucking champion? What an idiot.
Yeah. It's so that we can get the 10 count starting.
Yeah, he's not going to be knocked out from being lifted over someone's head and then put back down.
Shorty and Weasel, they're carrying on fighting, and Shorty pulls some wires out from the console as there's a little bit of a breakaway.
Yes, there is, yeah.
Everything starts sparking, and Skull, who's sitting there sort of screaming, head blows up in a pretty cool effect, to be honest.
Yeah. It starts smoking, doesn't it? Because all the short circuits and everything, it's affecting his brainstem.
Yeah, so his head blows up.
Good.
Yeah, it's the end of Skull.
Good.
Stevie ends up getting up at the count of 9.
Yes, there's cheering. Everyone's like, yeah. And he's got his mojo back.
Yeah, Sting notices that the handicap is returning back to normal. So it actually did show that the handicap was fucking out of whack on the monitor.
Yeah, but no one cared.
Fuck me. So, basically all you got to do is blow the computer up and it fixes it. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah. It's impenetrable, that computer. No one can ever do anything to that computer except the two most useless fucking weasel and a fat bloke with 4 arms. The only two that can ever make it up there.
Somehow Shorty and Weasel end up fighting on the gantry there.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck that's happened.
No, I don't know how the fuck Weasel loses that fight either. Considering Weasel kept squaring up to Steve, how useless would he have been in that fight?
Yeah.
He gets beaten up by a middle-aged fat guy with forearms and elf ears.
Yeah, and they're sort of over the crowd, aren't they, into the audience?
Yeah.
There. And anyway, Shorty ends up throwing him over the railings and he falls to his death into the crowd.
It's a great slow-mo dummy fall.
Oh, the
isn't
dummy,
it?
yeah.
It's brilliant.
With the arms flailing, yeah.
Yeah, and somehow just lands when nobody is.
Yeah.
So he doesn't actually land on anybody, just lands in a little area where nobody's standing.
Yeah.
So that's good. Anyway, he's dead, so that's not good.
Some slow-mo... That's not what?
It's not good.
Some slow-mo punches from Steve to Horn. Then we get an uppercut, knocks him to the ground, and we start the 10 count.
Yeah, there's a couple of kicks.
Yeah.
Special kicks.
I think it would have been a better winning moment if he'd have kicked him out of the... It would have been an immediate win rather than having to wait for the 10 count.
No, it's a slow-mo after an uppercut, isn't it?
Yeah, so we have to wait for the 10 count.
We do get the spit as well, the Rocky spit, the slow-mo spit, don't we? Where he hits Horn in the face. Like I think he uppercuts Horn and he's just like slow-mo, he's like spit out of his mouth and sort of stuff. You know, he's been the best bit of the Rocky films.
Steve Armstrong is the new arena champion.
Holy fuck.
Can you believe that?
I can't believe it. No, I'm going to watch it again. No, I'm never watching it again.
Rogor, he can't believe it.
No, I think at this point Rogor does shit.
Yeah,
I said he almost shit earlier. I think at this point he does.
He sits there stunned as Jade walks out on him and he ends up sort of running after her. Marcus Diablo, he comes into the ring to celebrate with him. Shorty mentioned something about the handicapper.
Yeah, I think he's just making sure they know he was helping.
So yeah, we saw you throw a man to his death. We know you helped.
Hey, okay, USA.
Rogor, he chases after Jade, begging her not to go. And she says, you know, Rogor, there's an old saying. When it's over, it's over. And guess what? It's over.
Oh, she didn't need to go there for that last bit. But she did.
Women.
She walks to the ring and calls out to Steve, who's walking away with his team, with his arm around Quinn. You know, he's doing the Adrian thing to Quinn. Quinn
Obviously, she's not called Adrian, so she doesn't turn around or actually understand what the hell's going on.
Quinn and Steve, they look at each other, and Quinn just punches Jade in the face.
That's harsh, man.
Yeah, just punches her in the face. She falls to the ground, looks up. All the crowd cheer, even though they have no context for why that's just happened. And Steve gets his arms raised. Everyone's chanting his name. We get back to the sports broadcaster. He tells us it's the first human title holder in 50 years. And he leaves us with this line. He says...
This is a beautiful ending. This just made me feel like I can achieve anything.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first human title holder in over 50 years. Now, what is in store for this young man, no one can say. But one thing is certain. As long as there are Steve Armstrongs out there in the universe, there will always be contenders.
Honestly, it felt like I could achieve anything, that did. If my name was Steve Armstrong, which it isn't.
Are you called Steve Armstrong? Let us know. Have you achieved anything in your miserable life?
Are you just a contender? Are you still a contender? That's something, Steve. Get in touch.
badmoviecult@gmail.com. So after watching this, Ken, what are your thoughts?
Very poor. Very poor film.
How'd you rank it alongside Space Mutiny?
I don't know. I think Space Mutiny was... I was going to say more enjoyable, but it's not overly enjoyable either, is it really?
No.
It's only Red Brown that makes that fun.
I think this is a quicker watch.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It had a lot more potential, didn't it, than it actually gave us. You're going to throw in like all different aliens, nothing's out of bounds, and then you only have like about 4 fights.
And they all fight the same.
Yeah, and they're all shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But then again, you watch Monsters Brawl, and that's not very good either. And there's loads of fights in that. They're just too quick. Nothing,
Yeah.
So it's difficult to get the balance, I guess.
Yeah, I think they've got the balance just right in this.
Yeah, okay then. Fair enough. Yeah, brilliant. Loved it.
You know what this needs? If this had a remake with a decent effects budget, maybe it could be something. And with that, let's go on to the film pitch.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
I reckon we've got to go Big Scott for the lead. What do you reckon?
Good to have you back, Scott.
He plays Galahad Calhoun.
Yes. I don't know about Calhoun, to be honest.
Galahad.
Galahad's his surname.
Ashley.
Ash.
Ash
Galahad. Yes.
Little nod there.
Yeah.
Big Bruce.
Yeah. Ash Galahad.
He's got a trainer.
Yeah.
He's got 6 arms. No, he hasn't. He's the ex-champion.
He's got 5.
Ex-intergalactic champion.
Yeah.
He's trying to get him out of retirement. He doesn't want to. He's the reluctant trainer. You know, one of them. It's Carl Weathers.
Yeah. And what's his character name?
He is ex-intergalactic champion / Sherriff Carl Weathers.
Yes. Is he ex-champion and ex-sheriff?
He's a current sheriff.
He's still the current sheriff, right? Okay, so he's still got a
He's
little
the
bit
sheriff
of
of Earth, yeah.
Earth Sheriff Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
An ex-champion. Got a cut man.
Yeah.
He's Jackie Chan.
Nice.
He's called Never Ending Dong.
I think he'll do it just for the character name. But they just call him Never Ending.
They call him Dong.
They call him Dong. Yeah, it makes more sense.
Yeah.
It's quicker as well.
Yeah. It's because of his fighting style.
Mm-hmm. Which never ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His first name's Dong.
Classic.
Class.
Sheer class. His first name's Dong. Oh, yes.
And then it also got a, like Carl Weathers is like head trainer. He's also got the sort of the technical advisor, the guy that does the actual
It's quite
training.
a team he's got, hasn't he?
It's 3. It's hardly a fucking... It's 3 of them.
It's more than Rocky had.
One of them's a fucking cut man.
Yeah. He's a bit wasted, to be honest.
Rocky had 3, didn't he?
Bit wasted, I think, Jackie Chan, and just that.
Yeah, the technical trainer advisor
The technical
guy.
trainer, is that not going to be Jackie Chan? Surely. He's got more skills than just opening up a cut.
He's got some dialogue, but he's happy being the cut man, Jackie.
Okay, all right, whatever.
Who do you want as technical fighter expert?
Jackie Chan, please.
Fuck it, right. Jackie Chan's technical fighting expert.
Cut man.
And then a cut man.
Who's going to be the cut man?
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, and it was me worrying we'll be wasting Jackie Chan as a cut man. Yes, Sir Patrick Stewart.
Yep.
Yeah, you got a character name for Sir Patrick?
He's called Canterbury Whisper.
Oh, yeah. See, I think the character names alone will get these actors in.
Yeah, I think so. We put 2. We put 2 fighters in. You get 2 fighters per each. So we've got this guy. We get another one.
Okay, who else we got? Michael J. White.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll bring him back in.
Yep. What?
As Chocolate Frenzy.
Yes.
Yeah, we have in that, have we?
That's what you want.
It is what I want, yes.
Yeah. Oh, dear me. His trainer is
Gary Daniels.
Yep. First showing for Gary Daniels, I think.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, yes, so. Welcome, Gary, if it is your first appearance.
Yep. He's another ex-champion. He plays corncob pipe.
That's his character name, or he plays a corncob pipe?
He smokes a corncob pipe.
Yeah.
And that's also his name. But that's
also his name.
It's his nickname.
It's a coincidence.
His name is
Cornelius Piper.
Cornelius Pipe.
Yeah, that's why they changed it to corncob pipe, because it was very similar to Cornelius Piper.
Yeah, that's his name, yeah. Yeah, so that's the main, MJ White maybe is more of on the bad side, I guess, maybe, he's a bit more merciless than...
You think he's got a bit in him?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, can we have his wife in?
Who's that?
Gillian.
What's she in?
Sudden Death 2. Welcome to the sudden death.
Yeah, why not? Can be his wife in this.
Yeah, what was I saying? She's also a good fighter. They train together.
Oh, there we go then.
Sorted. So she can be a technical expert.
Yeah, her name's Finger.
Finger J. White. Finger Frenzy.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we should have her then.
Okay, maybe not.
I'm not telling Michael J. White. His wife's playing a character called Finger Frenzy.
Okay, then what about...
It'd be bad enough telling him his name.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
We got the main alien. He's the favourite for the tournament.
Mm-hmm. He's got to be a bad guy. Are we having bad guys as aliens?
Yeah, I mean, Jay White's kind of a bad guy.
Yeah, but only...
Yeah, but we got the main bad guy is this alien. He's like big, like fucking lizard man.
Is that his name?
No, I've got his name here.
I was going to say, that'd be a good name.
Or big fucking lizard man.
Yeah, he can be one of the others then. He can be a secondary alien fighter.
Yes, played by Thor.
Yes. Yeah, welcome back.
He plays big fucking lizard man.
Yeah.
That can be like the semi-finals, that one for... No, that can be the... Oh, yeah, no, yeah. They're going to have to fight each other if it's not the final, isn't it? Jay White and...
Scott?
Yeah. Maybe Jay White injures him on purpose at the end. In the end of the semi-final. So he goes in injured for the final.
Okay.
Or they face each other in the final in a three-way.
Yes, done.
The semi-finals are double count-out or whatever.
They face each other in the final in a three-way fight, and before it they agree to team up to take out the alien finalist and then square off to find out mano a mano.
Yeah.
But Jay White stitches him up.
Yeah, the main aliens...
By sucker punching him.
The main alien, I reckon, is going to be 7 foot tall, 4 arms.
This is like Mortal Kombat.
Oh, 6 arms.
I don't know how many arms they had in Mortal Kombat.
I don't know either now. Well, that is from Mortal Kombat. Fuck that then. Tail. Big scorpion tail.
Yes.
A rhinoceros horn. Gorilla arms. And a baboon's anus. What do you reckon?
No torso or anything.
No what? Oh, he's got a torso, yeah.
All right, what's that of?
He's got the torso of a man. Just a man, Ken. Just a man.
An innocent man.
Wears a helmet.
Oh, hang on a minute. I've got to write all these qualities down. Scorpion tail. I'm going to try and draw this. Scorpion tail, rhinoceros horn. What else we got?
Gorilla arms.
Maybe
gorilla torso then.
Arms and torso.
But he wears Roman gladiator armour.
He's certainly prepared, isn't he? Considering he's an alien, he's got a lot of Earth attributes, hasn't he?
This is like 1950s aliens.
What was that then? Gladiator armour?
Yeah, like the
chest plate.
The chest plate, yeah.
Okay. Baboon's anus.
Yes. And he's got the legs of a spider.
All of them?
Just 2. Yes, he's got all of them. Just these 2 fucking
pipe fucking cleaner legs.
The thing about spiders as well is they don't have bones. It's all done through like liquid movement. So, fucking useless too. It should be like fucking jutting out all over the place.
Okay, I'll put ×8 just in case I forget later.
Yeah, he's got the bottom half spider, top half
all the rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's got a helmet on, so you don't see his face. So it can be like a CGI. We don't have to worry about the face.
Okay, helmet.
What could the helmet look like?
Maybe
like a
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader's helmet. Maybe like a skull, like a human skull.
Yeah.
Like silver.
Yeah, like in Flash Gordon, Clytus.
Yeah.
Who's gold.
Yeah. And that can be, CGI or, with a bit of practical effects and a stuntman. What can he be called, though?
I don't know. He's quite an imposing figure. Alan? The Iraq.
The Iraq. The Iraq.
The arachnopoid.
The arachnopoid. Yes.
Yeah, we going for it?
Ape. Yes.
The arachnopoid ape.
Yes. There we go.
He's in.
And his trainer.
Yeah.
He's got a handler.
Yeah.
Wears big game hunter outfit.
From Jumanji.
Yeah.
Yep.
Clint Howard.
Superb. Welcome back, Clint.
Cut man. He's a good cut man. Just Clint Howard releasing him out onto the... I'll tell you what else he could have. Gorilla arms.
Clint Howard?
No. He's going to be bright pink, though, because he's an alien.
Like a Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
Can
Like
he be
they're
dressed?
orange,
Can he
yeah.
be dressed? Yeah, but can he
With
be just
green
dressed?
hair, white eyebrows.
Yeah.
We just don't mention it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Let's just have him as an Oompa Loompa.
Still in big game hunter, Oompa Loompa outfit, though.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, you've written Clint Howard, Oompa Loompa, big game hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Handler. Okay. What about big fucking lizard man? Has he got a handler?
No.
He's just a law unto himself.
He's got loads of little lizards that see to him.
Clean him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him a little lick from the key areas when he needs it.
Okay.
Big fucking lizard man. What else can we have? We're going to have a whole host of different aliens.
Have we got to name all of them?
I don't think so.
No, okay, no, let's not.
Big fucking lizard man. Let's name one more.
Tiny dancer.
Yeah. What about some sort of female pig?
Yeah.
Could have females in it, haven't we?
Yeah. Okay.
Like female pig woman.
She pig.
Pig bitch.
Yes, pig bitch. Bitch pig.
Bitch pig, yeah.
Pig bitch. No, pig bitch. I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, she's in.
And that's just like, it's a pig with long hair, but like muscly and shit.
Yeah, with pig schnoz. Yeah.
Yeah.
She got the snout.
Yeah.
The rest of it's just a woman.
Yeah, it's like muscly as fuck.
Yeah.
Musclier than muscle fuck. Lizard man.
What? Fuck yeah, how big's this pig bitch?
It's CGI.
I don't know about that. Let's get a really massive woman.
You think that should be CGI?
Pig bitch? No. I want a real muscular woman in this film.
Well, there we go. Big muscular women.
Yeah, let us know.
CV to badmoviecult@gmail.com.
Photographs, please.
Yeah, send that to
just
Ken B.
to
Wild.
just to my private ones.
KenBeWild@gmail.com.
No, it doesn't exist, by the way. Don't send anything to that. Somebody out there making that email address now.
Receiving all the muscly women's CVs.
Yeah, I
for
want
this
to.
film that's
I
definitely
want to be
happening.
pig bitch. Yeah, I know the sort of thing that happens.
So there we go, and then we have the tournament. Loads
Hang
of
on, I'm just creating that email address just in case.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Yeah, we go through the tournament, have lots of fight scenes, but decent ones. We're not having just boxing.
Well, no, we've got the cast.
We're having
We don't need to.
Yeah, we're having pig bits charging at people, lizard man's climbing up walls and jumping off and attacking.
The arachnopoid
doing just fucking,
ape.
just like killing people instantly in his
yeah,
rounds.
Yeah, he's just eating people.
He gets to the end, he does.
Yeah, shooting people out of his anus. That sort of shit,
Yeah, shitting in his hand and throwing it at people.
Yeah.
Which is like
rhino horning people, scorpion tailing people.
The shit
all over the
is
shop.
it melts you as well if it lands on you.
Yeah, oh yes, acidic shit.
Corrosive.
Corrosive shit.
It's one of our band names as well.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So yeah, we hear about this tournament. We know that MJ White, MJ is he's got all the he's almost like the Russian from Rocky. He's got all the high quality training stuff.
Well, he's got the team, hasn't he?
He's the favourite for the world team, and then Big Scott. He's doing it old school.
Scott's like a bit more down to earth, isn't he? A bit more like unassuming, quite a humble. Whereas Michael J. White's giving it all the I'm the champ, giving it the Apollo Creed,
he's
Rocky
like
2 kind of thing.
Yeah, like the Floyd Mayweather, the Conor McGregor kind of boastful champion, Michael J. White.
Yeah, much as he was in Undisputed 2.
Exactly. Yeah.
With Big Scott.
And then Big Scott, he's humble. He's got a good record, but he's going feeding his local community and
by hand.
Still lives there.
Spoon feeding the community.
Scott lives in a mansion in the Nebula district or whatever the fuck. He doesn't even live on Earth anymore, Scott. Michael J. White.
Scott. Yeah, I was going to say Scott does. Local lad.
Yeah, Scott still works and he's had good success. He's number 2.
Works in a meat packing factory.
I'm not sure about that. He's number 2 on Earth as the best. He's not working in a meat packing factory.
Sorry, I'll get him a bit too over the top with my homages.
Yeah.
Homage à toi.
But he's a man of the people. That's the main thing. And Carl Weathers keeps him grounded that way.
Carl Weathers, the sheriff of Earth.
Yeah.
And he's his backroom man.
Yeah.
All right, okay. You wouldn't be cheating Scott then, would you? If he's like trainers, the sheriff of Earth. Double cross the sheriff of the entire planet. Taking a risk, aren't you?
He's ex-sheriff now, he's retired.
So he's ex-champ, ex-sheriff of the world.
Yeah, now he's retired, but he's training Scott.
Okay.
But reluctantly, he was done. The first bit is Scott wanting a new trainer so he can rise up and be number 2 for when this Intergalactic tournament takes place. Jay White's already there, so the first third of this film is seeing Big Scott getting onto the team.
Okay. How does he convince Carl Weathers to join?
Shags him. How do you like it, Carl Weathers?
Fair enough.
How do you like it? You've been doling it out. Can you take it? We'll see.
Yeah, on camera. in a 12-minute scene.
This film's 4 hours long. And an hour of it's this.
Like irreversible.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
So he needs a new team. He goes to Carl Weathers. He says, if I'm going to do this, kid.
What? You can't say that.
What? Oh, no. Sorry, no, comma.
All right, okay.
We're going to bring my team in. So he goes and meets Canterbury Whisper, and then they've got to hunt down Never-Ending Dong.
Can't he just be like in Miami with...
Chris Tucker?
No, with... what's his name from Miami Connection?
He's living with all of those guys from Dragon Sound.
The orphans. He's living with Dragon Sound, yeah?
Yeah, they're all queuing up for the shower when they knock on the door.
Bloody Jim. Jim's in there.
Yeah, Jim stops and gives us that monologue again about his dad.
Jim's having a shower first.
Yeah, and convinces Never-Ending Dong to join the team.
Yeah, good.
There's a bit of a love interest, meets a girl.
Who does?
Scott.
Okay.
She's a reporter there. We got the guy who like wanks everybody off verbally. Verbally.
I don't think you've ever been in a fighting tournament, have you? I don't think they have that guy anymore.
Yeah. So Scott's, maybe she gets captured. You got to lose this one, or we kill her. But Carl Weathers saves her just in time, so he can win.
Okay. Who's playing this love interest?
Not for Carl Weathers, for Scott Adkins. Who could be a good love? Jennifer Aniston?
Carl Weathers' love interest is us. We can't.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
So it ends up coming down to, I think, maybe MJW versus Pig Bitch.
Yeah, okay, I like it. Who defeats Big Fucking Lizard Man?
Galahad.
Yeah, all right, okay, cool.
In a barn burner. What are the rules for this? Is this the same as Arena, where it's out of the circle or 10 count?
It's a...
or to the death? It can't be to the death, can it? Because all these guys are...
No, it can't be to the death, but you can kill them if you want. It's not against the rules if you do kill them.
I've got a guy with a massive fucking scorpion tail in this.
Yeah, I say he does kill people. He's the bad guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, so Michael J. White's through.
Yep, he defeats Pig Bitch.
Arachnopod. Boyd.
Ash Galahad, he beats Big Fucking Lizard Man.
Is it in rounds, or is it just one count? 1 10 count, one over the rope?
Both.
What?
Wait, that's the same thing, isn't it?
No, I mean, it's like, if you get knocked out for a 10 count,
yeah,
do you then get, that's the end of you won round 1, and then you get up, and then you fight round 2 again, and then it's round 2, and then
No, that's the end.
So every round is 1 round each that you go through. So like when Pig Bitch faces MJW, it's 1 round.
Well, no, there's still rounds, but if you get knocked out, you're out.
Yeah, but like if you go over the rope, you come back in for the 2nd and 3rd rounds.
Yeah, that's on a points basis.
But if you die or get knocked out, then it's the end.
No. If you die, you also qualify for the 2nd round.
Just your corpse in the ring.
Just throw you back in. The flying corpse.
Oh, he's back.
Just get catapulted back in by the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what I was thinking. That makes more sense, doesn't it?
Yes. We'll do that then. Yeah. And then semi-finals. I know Arachnopod needs to fight someone.
The arachnopoid ape.
Yeah.
Needs to fight...
He just fights some fuck that he kills instantly. Something made of rock.
Rocky. There's a little nod to Rocky.
Yeah, it's like a big rock monster, and he fucks that up, kills it.
Yeah, breaks it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be, it's a good thing he faced that one, because I got
anyone else does it, yeah.
JW against them, that fucking thing.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Yeah, and then something else as well, because he's got the arachnopoid ape's got to face something in the semis, and then them two face off in the semis as well.
And then how do they all get into the final?
So arachnopoid ape wins his fight.
Yeah.
Against maybe the ocean. That's who he's fighting.
Yes.
A volcano.
Volcano boy.
Yeah, so he's got a volcano on top of his head.
Yeah, shoots lava.
Yeah, but he's played by a child.
Yeah.
And then he ends up ripping his head off.
Yeah, shitting down his neck.
Yeah, baboon shit.
His baboon anus.
Yeah. And then these two, they have a double count out. Can't be split, so they both go through. They both get a bye.
Jesus Christ.
Never happened before. They both get knocked out the ring at the same time. Both can't get in by the 10 count.
Okay.
So instead of fighting again, they decide move him on to because they're not going to beat the arachnopoid ape anyway, because he's just steamrolled through everyone. So
exactly, yeah, he's just defeated a rock and a volcano.
Yeah,
hope of these two fools.
One guy's fought a fucking lizard, the other one's fought a pig. So
yeah, form is on the side of the arachnoid ape.
Yeah, and then they decide to team up. Then he double crosses him.
Yeah, MJ. Chocolate Frenzy. He pulls a fast one.
Yeah. What does he do?
Look, if you had a problem with the name, you should have said it at the time, okay? I think we've come too far now.
Okay.
I did say it as a joke. You accepted it, which I didn't expect.
Well, it's Ken B. Wild that came up with that one, everybody. Cancel him.
I'm used to it.
So how does he double cross Galahad?
He punches him.
That's the plan, is it?
Oh, he drugs him then. It's the old favourite then. He drugs him.
With what?
Drugs.
Nice. In what?
In his eye.
Subtle.
While he's asleep.
Injects him in his eye.
He puts it on his... he puts little bits of drugs...
Maybe he just
on
says...
his fingertips and then tickles his nose while he's asleep. He rubs his nose and inhales it.
It's elaborate.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
You got Clint Howard running around the ring screaming and stuff. Patrick Stewart gives him a quick, or Jackie Chan gives him a quick elbow to the face, knocks him out, shuts him up. He's being the annoying manager at ringside.
Yeah, I like that one, yeah.
Jackie Chan, just a round-the-house kick.
Round the house kicks him, yeah.
Yeah, knocks him out.
Maybe into the crowd.
Yeah, and they rip him apart. So he knocked him into the arachnopoid ape
enclosure.
Fans. Yeah.
His family.
Yeah. And they all rip him apart and shit on him. Thanks, Clint.
On the way to go.
And they end up taking out the arachnopoid ape by...
They take out the arachnopoid ape as he's about to kill Chocolate Frenzy.
He just lifts him over the top rope.
Scott comes and saves Chocolate Frenzy.
How come?
What do you mean, how come?
It's just his opportunity to get him out.
Yeah, he saves him, and he saves him on purpose. And Chocolate Frenzy realises the error of his ways and realises that this will now be mano a mano.
But he's only knocked him out once, and if he's only knocked him over the top rope, he comes back in.
Oh, shit, yeah. Forgot the rules.
Maybe
but they forget about that.
Maybe he kills it.
Yeah, he dies.
How does he kill him?
He sticks his own rhino horn up his baboon's anus.
How the hell would he do that? Maybe the scorpion tail.
With the help of, yes. Yeah, he scorpion tails his own anus.
Not his own anus, his scorpion tail. That's not going to help anyone. Scott Adkins scorpion tailing his own anus.
Because Carl's not there to shout, no! Not
How
yours.
many times?
Not yours.
His own. Yeah, he shoves the scorpion tail up.
Arachnopoid ape's own anus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then it dies.
Yeah.
And then it's mano a mano.
Yeah. And Chocolate Frenzy's on the floor, shakes his head, shakes the whatever it's called, the cobwebs out of his
booty.
Head. Yeah. Shakes his booty. Yeah, all the music comes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, living in America. Carl Weathers gets out there. He's doing a dance.
Yeah.
And realises the error of his ways. And then it's just a straight fight.
Straight fight.
Two humans.
Best of... They still haven't been eliminated.
Best of the
They've
best.
both been eliminated so far by the arachnopoid.
Yeah, next one wins.
Yeah.
That's it. It's all down to this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
but
then,
they do the glove touch. And there's a grudging respect now between the two.
And then who wins? Scott.
Yeah. Or Pig Bitch. No, we don't have a winner. It ends Rocky 3-star.
Oh, okay.
Ding, ding. And they both throw a punch. End freeze frame.
So we never find out who wins.
Never, ever.
The whole film's pointless.
Yes.
Thank you for your money, everybody.
Yeah, never find out. There's never a sequel, nothing. It is talked about for years on end.
The most unsatisfying ending in our film pictures, which are pretty much unsatisfying anyway.
Yeah. We never find out. That's it. It's finished.
That's literally how you want to end it.
Oh, how do you want to end it?
Probably with a triumphant victory for one of them.
Yeah, but that's so cliche.
Yeah, but Michael J. White's been the heel. He's got to be... Big Scott's got to win.
Okay, but I thought they got a grudge and respect.
They do, but they're still...
Okay, well, how can he win then?
By beating him.
Oh, okay.
By throwing him over the ropes or knocking him out or killing him.
Okay, but we end with a freeze frame of Michael J. White on his way out over the top rope, backflipping sort of thing, being flipped over the top rope. He ends as he's halfway over like a Fosbury flop in a high jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ends like that.
And
Or we freeze frame it like that. Then we cut back to the celebrations in the ring.
Yeah, it's like
that way you get both. Yeah,
like the newspaper shot of the final blow in a boxing match.
Yeah, but then it cuts back to the ring, and obviously everyone's cheering.
Yeah, Chuck Norris comes in, congratulates him, gives him his winner's medal. He gets the trophy.
Yeah, gives him the eagle that he's got on his shoulder.
The president of the world turns up to give him his trophy.
Yeah, says good job.
The president of the universe is.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Yes, exactly. Read my mind. He turns up to give him his trophy to celebrate.
How big's the trophy?
It's like the Ashes cricket.
Oh. Like an egg cup.
Yeah, it's about 2 inches.
Wow. Okay.
No, it's a big fucking trophy, Ken. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just wondered how big.
2 foot.
About 4 meters.
No, like the World Cup. Like that big.
Right, okay, yeah, okay.
But the globe on the top's like a
spins,
and it's like looks like the real world.
It's made of crystal plex.
Yes, exactly.
Thought so.
Lifts it up, gets lifted on the shoulders. Everyone's chanting Galahad.
Yeah,
like we do before we start.
We do
recording.
indeed. Yeah. And at the end as well, I think he's being resuscitated by his corner team, and he sits up. And Scott sees him sit back up, points to him outside the ring, and
gives him the finger.
I think he salutes him.
Nice.
Yeah, and Galahad just nods with a smile, and then gets back to the celebrations.
Nice.
He's a nice guy.
Carl Weathers with the last line of the film. What does he say? Just watching him with his hands on his hip, shaking his head from the sideline. What's he say?
Get me fine and dandy. Yeah, it says it's all turned out. Fine and dandy.
And then
looks at the camera and gives us a little wink.
Puts his sheriff's hat on.
Yeah, and leaves.
Yes. Speaking of leaving, let's end it there. The perfect film pitch for the perfect film. What did you guys think to Arena? Is it as good as Space Mutiny? Is it better than Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica? Is it better than all of them? It probably is, isn't it? Let us know what you think to this episode. The email address, badmoviecult@gmail.com. You can also find us on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. You can discuss this week's episode with other cult members on our Facebook discussion group. Just type in Bad Movie Cult Discussion Group on Facebook. You can find us on there. All links, as always, will be available in the show notes. We're also on YouTube as well, so if you want to listen to this whilst you're perusing YouTube, find us on there, Bad Movie Cult.
Subscribe, you bastards.
Subscribe. Leave us an Apple Podcast rating and review. It's a massive help getting us found by new listeners. We're also on Spotify. You can review us on there as well. It is massively appreciated. So thank you very much for those that have done it already. You can find all previous episodes as well as written reviews of films not covered on this podcast on our website. That's on www.badmoviecult.com. Join us again next time and we'll be back with another movie review, deep dive and film pitch right here on the Bad Movie Cult podcast.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Kenneth.
Goodbye, Dominic.
Everything is clear. I never really knew my fears. I can't see true cosmic metal colors on my tears. Baby, such a thrill. I looked up on it.
I like your balls, Steve.